RC Robbin, thank you for joining me. This is MLB The Show 20. It's a created franchise. As you can see from the screen, the Avengers are 7-4. They're 2 games out of first place in the National League West. They've taken the place of the San Diego Padres. Sorry, Padres fans. Got to replace the team. Might as well be them. So let's get the game going. 3-game set against the Atlanta Braves at Atlanta. Lost the first game 4-3. This is the second game. View the game. Play game. Okay. Full game. We are the away team at Truist Park. Excuse me. Samuel L. Jackson. Let's take somebody out. Let's go. Ruffalo. Let's take Chris Evans out. Put Vin Diesel in. Welcome to Major League Baseball. As the Hollywood Avengers visit the Atlanta Braves. On the mound for the Braves is Babe Ruth. He's making his 3rd start. He's 1-1 with a 12 ERA. Ooh, terrible ERA for the Babe. He gets to face Tom Holland, also known as Spider-Man, who did 550 on the season, a homer and 11 RBIs. Very, very hot start. And it's in there for strike 1 at the knees. Braves are 6-5.
First pitch, 7:20.
Outside count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Holland. High and tight, count is 2-1, 47 degrees here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's overcast, the wind is blowing from left to right. Looks like it might rain, who knows. Count is 2-1. And it's 3-1, hitters count. Anthony Mackie is on deck. 3-1 count to Spider-Man. And he fouls it off, count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the first. And he hits it off the end of the bat and loops it towards left field. Left fielder makes the catch for the first out. Hollywood Avengers, Tom Holland plays second. Anthony Mackie is at short. Chadwick Boseman at third. Mark Ruffalo is behind the plate. Robert Downey Jr. at first. Idris Elba is at left. Vin Diesel is designated hitter. Dave Bautista is in right, and Don Cheadle is batting 9th and playing center field. The Falcon is up. Anthony Mackie hitting .357 on the season. Pitch is outside for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
He has 2 homers, 9 runs batted in on the season. It's only April. The Avengers are 7-4. This is game number 12 of the season. Inside ball 2, count is 2-0 on Anthony Mackie. Check your swing, count is 3-0. Will he be swinging on 3-0? Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I don't swing on 3-0. Down the middle, strike 1, count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Babe Ruth is on the mound for the Atlanta Braves. He fouls it back to the screen. The count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. on Falcon. Inside ball 4, and with one out here in the top of the first, the Avengers have a base runner.
That is third. The third baseman. Number 22.
Next up, Chadwick Boseman, the late great Black Panther, is hitting .410 with a homer and 3 RBIs on the season. T'Challa steps in against the Babe. And he swings and misses at the breaking ball. Strike one. He's got a 10-game hitting streak. Inside ball 1, count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Clyde Washington is at home plate calling the balls and strikes. Big lead at first. Quick throw over there. Mackie is back in. Oh, he got him. Throw to second is not in. Oh, bad call by the umpire, but bases are empty. Now 2 outs for Chadwick Boseman. Pitch is low. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. So caught stealing on Anthony Mackie. He fouls it off. Pitch is high, but still fouls it off. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chadwick Boseman. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mark Ruffalo, the man who plays the Hulk, is on deck. Ball 4, and he walks. So with 2 down, he's walked 2 runners in this inning. If caught stealing, it's only runner at first and 2 outs, unfortunately. Mark Ruffalo is hitting .278 with a homer and 7 runs batted in. And he's stealing. But this time, the throw will not be in time. And Chadwick Boseman has a stolen base. He's in runner in scoring position now for Ruffalo. So 2 down, runner in scoring position. The count is 1-0 on the home. And he pulls the 2-seamer, but goes foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball back through the box and through into center field. It's going to be an RBI single for Mark Ruffalo. And just like that, the MCU has an early 1-0 lead. Ground ball with eyes. That's his 8th RBI of the season.
Number 12.
The Avengers are leading 1-0. Here's the replay. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, it's where the ball goes. So next up is Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark hitting .267, 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. It's right on the outside corner for strike 1. Ruffalo leads off first with 2 down here in the top of the first. Low ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he can't check his swing. It's strike 2. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tony. And it's called strike 3 on the outside corner. And the side is retired, but not before the Avengers put a run on the board. And after half an inning of baseball here in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the Avengers 1 and the Atlanta Braves come in the bat. On the mound for the Avengers, Sam Jackson, making his 3rd start of the season. He's 1-1 with a 2.63 earned run average. And he gets to face, to lead off the game, Minnie Minoso hitting .286, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. And the first pitch of the game by Sam Jackson is fouled off for strike 1. Cut fastballs in there for strike 2. Count is 0-2. Line drive caught by Tony Stark at first for the first out. Starting lineup for the Braves, Minnie Minoso's in left field, Mookie Betts is in right, George Brett is at third, Fred McGriff's at first, Jose Altuve is at second, George Springer's the center fielder today, Corey Dickerson is the designated hitter, Paul DeJong is the shortstop, and Martin Maldonado is behind the plate and batting ninth. So Mookie Betts, 372, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. He's gotten out of the gate pretty quickly. Curveball's in there for strike one. The man who plays Nick Fury on the mound. Knuckleball floats in there for strike two, and he's ahead of Mookie Betts. Mookie plays, he played for the Boston Red Sox, and now he plays for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he grounds it, through right side and into right field. It is a one-out single by Mookie Betts.
Batting third, the third baseman,
Just past the glove of Tom Holland. So George Brett is up. George Brett's hitting 289, 1 homer, 3 RBIs. He's a Hall of Famer, 3,000 hit guy. He used to play for the Kansas City Royals. In this fictional universe, he's an Atlanta Brave. Inside ball one. And it's a hit and run. And luckily the left fielder makes the catch for the second out of the inning. That's Idris Elba.
the first baseman,
Freddie McGriff, 283 average. Fred McGriff played in the 1990s for the Toronto Blue Jays. First baseman, takes strike one. Runner at first, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Avengers have a 1-0 lead. Just low. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on McGriff. Fastball in there. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to put an eye patch on Sam Jackson to make it Nick Fury, but there's no eye patch in the creators. So sadly, Nick Fury has 2 eyeballs. Grounds it to Chadwick Boseman at third. He throws across the diamond to retire the side. So after 1 full inning of baseball here in Atlanta, it's the Avengers 1, the Braves nothing. Bottom of the second. Idris Elba, the left fielder, is hitting .343, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Currently, he's riding an 8-game hitting streak. Steps up to lead off the top of the second. Babe deals. Ball 1, low. Outside, ball 2. Idris Elba plays Heimdall in the Thor franchise in the Marvel Universe. And he grounds it to the shortstop. Fields fires 1 down here in the top of the second. Defense for the Braves from left to right in the outfield. It's Minoso, Springer, and Mookie Betts. And in the infield, it's George Brett at third base, Paul DeJong, Jose Altuve, Fred McGriff, Martin Maldonado catching behind home plate. So next up is Vin Diesel, I Am Groot. 333, a homer and an RBI, and he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. I am Groot. And he hits it to the center fielder, but playable. George Springer makes the catch, and there are 2 down here in the top of the second.
batting 8, the right fielder.
Next up is Dave Bautista, Drax the Destroyer, heading .308 with 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Drax is in the Guardians of the Galaxy universe. Oh, and he hits it deep, but playable, unfortunately. Minnie Minoso makes the catch to retire the side. So, halfway through the second, it's still 1-0 Avengers. Bottom of the second, Jose Altuve plays for the Houston Astros in real life. He's hitting a $125 in his fictional universe. He has started off slow. Nick Fury deals. In there, strike one. Cut fastballs inside, ball one. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Altuve. Swing and a miss, strike two. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike three. There's 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Sam's first strikeout of the game.
Batting fifth, the center fielder,
George Springer is up. Also plays for the Houston Astros, hitting .390, 4 homers, 5 RBIs. Outside corner for strike one. Plays center field for the Atlanta Braves. And he grounds it to Tom Holland at second. Spidey throws to Tony Stark for the second out of the inning.
batting seventh, the designated hitter,
Corey Dickerson is up. Part-time player, getting a few at-bats. His average is 500. It's probably 1 for 2. Steps in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Knuckleball floats in there for strike one. Grounds it weakly to the right side. Tom Holland charges, underhands it to Tony Stark for the final out of the second. So, 1-2-3 inning for the Avengers, and the score is 1-0. Top of the third. Don Cheadle, War Machine, hitting .219 with 5 runs that inning. Steps up. He's a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Babe Ruth. And he takes outside for ball one. Don Cheadle, Rhodey from Iron Man. And he pulls it foul. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Low, count is 2-1 on Don Cheadle. Just gets a piece of the fastball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Low, 3-2. Again, another full count. This is at least the 3rd hitter that has gone full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it's outside, ball 4. I think this is his 3rd walk in as many innings. So leadoff man is on here in the top of the 3rd. Lineup turns over. Tom Holland's 0 for 1. He flew out in the 1st. War Machine leads off first. There's the pitch. He's out in front of the changeup for strike one. Pitch out, but War Machine was not going, so the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside, ball 2, count is 2-1 on Tom Holland. Cheadle leads off first. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1 hitters count on Tom Holland. He's pitching himself into trouble. Out in front of the fastball, the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No one out here in the top of the 3rd. Runner on first. And here comes the payoff pitch. Jams him in on his hands, back to the screen. And we will do it again. Here comes the payoff pitch yet again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's 1 down. He swung at ball 4. It's Babe Ruth's second strikeout. This is not a strike. Up in his eyes. Oh my goodness. So Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, is up. He walked in the first, no official at bat. And the pitch out, nothing doing. They were not, the steal was not on. Falcon steps back in. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. Quick throw to first. Mackie is in. And he laces it the other way. Deep run on the warning track. Mookie Betts makes the catch for out number 2. The runner does not advance. So we have 2 down here in the third.
Number 22.
Chadwick Boseman walked in the first. Steps in. Quick throw. Cheadle is in. He's safe. Another pitch out. So, count is 1-0. Down and in, ball 2. Count is 2-0 on Chadwick Boseman. The man who played Jackie Robinson in the movie. T'Challa. And he pulls it foul. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Chadwick. Quick throw to first. No play. Just gets a piece of the 2 single, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Babe Ruth throws tantalizingly slow, so ahead of every pitch he throws. And with 2-2, he swings and pulls it foul. The runner was in motion, but it was going to be strike 3, and they're pulling the foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Fouls it back to the screen, and we'll do it again. Babe's up to 50. This is his 53rd pitch in 2 2/3 innings. He is laboring. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the side is retired. But it's still only a 1-run ball game. 2.5 innings have gone by. It's the Avengers 1. It's Braves nothing. Bottom of the third. Paul DeJong is up. He's the shortstop, sitting 333. Steps in against Sam Jackson. And he fouls off the screwball for strike 1. Grounds it to third. T'Challa's there. Fields fires. And there's 1 down. Standings in the National League West, as you can see, the Hollywood Avengers, MCU, are 7-4. They're 2.5 games out behind Arizona. Diamondbacks have started 10-2. Catcher Martin Maldonado, backup catcher for the Braves, hitting .333 on the season. Ground ball past the diving attempt by Anthony Mackie into left field for a base hit, and with 1 out here in the bottom of the third, the Braves have a base runner.
Number 9.
So, leadoff man steps in for his second plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. Vinny Minoso, hitting .280. Inside corner, strike 1. And he hits a shallow fly ball to center. Long run for War Machine. Cheadle makes the catch for the second out. There are 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder.
Mookie Betts singled in the first. He's hitting .386 on the season. And he pulls it high and deep, but it will curve into the seats. Foul for strike one. Hard ground ball and base hit into left field. There's runners at first and second. Mookie Betts is 2 for 2. So they have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Here's the replay. George Brett is up. 2 runners on. Off the plate inside, ball 1. Count is 1-0 on George Brett. Outside, ball 2. Count is 2-0 on George. That's low. He wanted it. But the count is 3 balls and no strikes. And he's 1 pitch from loading the bases. Oh, at the knees, strike 1. The hitter's count is 3 balls and 1 strike. And he fouls off the cut fastball, and the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Runners lead off first and second. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he fouls it off. We'll do it again. Runners will be in motion. And he fouls it down the third base line. And here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, and he laces it down the line. It will go foul. Oh, that was so close to being a 2-run double for George Brett. Oh, it's into the corner, exactly where it's supposed to be run. Goes all the way to the wall. Idris Elba Fields up against the fence. It's going to be a 2-run double. And the Avengers are now losing 2-1 on the 2-run double by George Brett. His 3rd double of the season. Here's the replay. Just out of the reach of T'Challa and down into the left field corner. So next up is Fred McGriff. It's 2-1. Freddie was 0 for 1, grounded out in the first, and he just pulled the knuckleball foul for strike 1. Runner at second in scoring position. Still 2 down, and he fouls it off. There are 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, side retired, but not before George Brett gives the lead to the Braves, as it's the Atlanta Braves 2 and the Hollywood Avengers 1. Top of the 4th, Mark Ruffalo, the man who plays the Hulk, has an RBI single in this game. Slow roller up the middle. Leads off in the top of the 4th. And he hits a lazy fly ball down the left field line, and it will curl into the seats for foul ball for strike number 1. Almost a nice play by Mookie Betts, but it's just a strike. Fouls off the high fastball. The count is 0-2 on Mark Ruffalo. Again, he goes outside of the zone. Foul off a pitch that could have been ball 1. So the count continues to stay 0-2 because that one was close. 2-seamer on the edge. Just stays alive. Inside for ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mark Ruffalo. And he pulls the curveball foul. Fouls it back to the screen. The count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's up to his 61st pitch. He's wearing him down. Oh, and he pulls the fastball foul, but he's way out in front of it. This is the 9th pitch of the at-bat to lead off the 4th. Inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ruffalo. RDJ is on deck. Tony Stark. Pitch goes high. Full count yet again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. This is the 11th pitch of the at-bat. And he calls him out. Strike 3. There's 1 down. Thought it was high. Does not like the call. Let's look at the replay. Wow, that's high. Oof, that's a high pitch. Well, anyway, Iron Man is up to RDJ. Struck out in the 1st. There's 1 down here in the 4th. And he pulls it into foul territory for strike 1. Outside, ball 1. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Babe Ruth fields, fires, got him. There's 2 down here in the 4th. Next up is Idris Elba. He's 1 for 4 in the series. 0 for 1 today. Pitch is high, ball 1. Fouls off the fastball, counted evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Elba. Low, 2-1. Three and one hitters count. So there's 2 down. They're in the top of the 4th. Count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside, ball 4. He walks him. So he's walked at least 4 batters in 4 innings. So far, he's still the winning pitcher. It has not come back to haunt him yet. Vin Diesel, I Am Groot, is up. He's 0 for 1. He's only 2 for 7 on the season, part-time player. Swing out in front of the 2-seamer, strike 1. And he skies it to center. Springer is there, makes the catch to retire the side. So, the end of 3.5 innings of play, it's the Atlanta Braves 2, Marvel's Avengers 1. Next up is Altuve, who struck out in the 2nd. Sam Jackson deals. And it's ground ball up the middle. Sam Wilson, that is, makes the throw to first, and there's 1 down. Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, also known as the Falcon. Next up is George Springer, who grounded out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. And he breaks his bat and lands in foul territory for strike 1. 5 for his last 9, his last handful of games. Count is 0-1 on Springer. Hard ground ball up the middle. Line drive caught by Mackie. And there's 2 away. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Corey Dickerson is 0 for 1. He's 2 for 5 on the season. And the curveball is low for ball 1. High strike, but a strike nonetheless. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Corey Dickerson. Knuckleball floats in there for strike 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dickerson. Just misses. He wanted that pitch, but the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just gets a piece. Count will remain 2-2. Did he swing? No, he did not. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouls it back, and we'll do it again. Hits it high and deep, and it is off of the wall. Throw a quick throw to the cutoff man, but it's a stand-up double. Corey Dickerson's first double of the season. Put a charge into that one. And there's a runner in scoring position with 2 down for the Braves. So next up is Paul DeJong. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1. Low, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Off the plate, count as 2 balls and 1 strike. And he waits on it, but still pulls it foul, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on DeJong. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Fouls it back, and we'll do it again. Been a little bit of a struggle this inning for Sam Jackson. Just foul down the third base line. Here comes the payoff pitch yet again. Grounds it up the middle. Mackie deals, fires, and the side is retired. So, after 4 innings of baseball, the score remains 2-1 Atlanta. MCU has only 1 hit in the ballgame. Dave Bautista, Drax the Destroyer, flew out in the second. He's up yet again. Here in the 5th inning, top of the 5th. Ball 1 inside. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Should be 2-0, but he went out of the strike zone. Out in front of the changeup count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bautista.
Oh, that's too high.
High, 2-2. And it's off the end of the bat. Center fielder George Springer is there. Makes the catch, 1 down.
The batter, number 10.
Don Cheadle, no official at bat yet. Steps in with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And he fouls it off for strike 1. Don Cheadle's hitting only .219 on the season. Hasn't really gotten off to a good start. 1 ball, 1 strike on Cheadle. Oh, it's called strike 2 at the knees. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes on War Machine. And he fouls off the 2-seamer, slicing into the seats. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, drops it into the outside corner for strike, a looking strike, 2 outs. It's his 5th strikeout. Oh, he did not agree with the call, but 2 down. So the lineup turns over yet again. Tom Holland's up there for his 3rd plate appearance. He's 0 for 2. Outside ball 1. After a hot start, Tom Holland is hitless for this series. He skies it to deep left field. Minoso is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So half of the fifth has gone by, and the Braves still have a 2-1 lead. Babe's tough. Bottom of the fifth. Martin Maldonado was 1 for 1. He has a single. He's 2 for 4 on the season. And he fouls off the screwball for strike 1. Sam Jackson's pitched a good game, but, you know, Babe is outdueling him. Hard ground ball the other way. Foul ball. Count is 0-2 on Maldonado. Lazy ground ball to T'Challa. He throws across the diamond, and there is one away.
Now batting, number 9.
Minnie Minoso, the leadoff man, steps in for his third plate appearance. He's 0 for 2 today. Nick Fury deals. Low ball 1. And he punts it straight up into the air. Ruffalo jumps out of his crouch and makes the catch for the second out. And there's 2 down. Mookie Betts is 2 for 2. He's hitting 400 on the season with his second hit. Looking for a third. And he hits a high fly ball, but playable for Idris Elba and left. Makes the catch, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Sam Jackson. It's an official ball game. End of 5 innings of play. Atlanta 2. Marvel's Avengers 1. At top of the 6th, Anthony Mackie is up. He walked in the first. He's 0 for 1.
The shortstop, number 9.
And he pulls it foul. Fouls it off yet again. Count is 0-2 on Mackie. Did he swing?
Did he go?
No, he did not. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. First base umpire says he did not break his wrists. Skies it, slicing into the seats, foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Anthony Mackie. Inside 2-2. He's now up past 90 pitches. This is his 92nd pitch. It's a ball game.
Okay.
Curveball is low. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here with nobody out in the top of the 6th. And he pulls it foul. We'll do it all over again. Line drive, but right at Mookie Betts for the first out. Despite the walks and 3-2 counts, he's getting the outs when he needs them. Can't seem to get a decent piece of wood on grade. Chadwick Boseman, he walked, he scored a run, he stole a base, but he's 0 for 1, like the rest of the team. Line drive right at George Brett, who makes a leaping catch for the second out. Right on the nose, but right at George Brett. Nice play. Mark Ruffalo has an RBI single. He's 1 for 2 today. He's 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Did he swing?
Did he go?
Yes, he did. Strike 1. Just gets a piece. Count is 0-2. He's going to reach the century mark soon, if not this inning, the next. Pitch is low. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Hulk.
Ball.
2-2. About to throw pitch number 100. And it's a line drive which will curl just foul into the corner. The count will remain 2-2. Outside, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Bases are empty. Here comes the pitch. Just gets a piece. And we'll do it again. I wonder if he's on a pitch count. It is April. And again, Babe Ruth is. Ground ball to the third baseman. Brett Fields fires. Got him. Side retired. So, 6 innings, no runs. Babe Ruth is pitching a shut. No, I'm sorry. Check that. 1 run, 1 hit. And it feels like no runs based on the fact that I can't score. But Atlanta leads 2-1. So, speaking of George Brett, who doubled, is a 2-run double this game, steps in for his 3rd plate appearance. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Strike 2. Slices it down at third base line, but goes foul. Again, slices the fastball. Count remains 0-2. And he hits it deep into the gap. Long run for Idris Elba, but he makes it there for out number 1. Nice play by Idris. Get into the gap to catch that ball. Freddie McGriff is 0-2. In there for strike 1. Knuckleball floats in there for strike 2. Hard ground ball to Tony Stark at first. He takes it himself, and there's 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Jose Altuve is 0-5 for the series. He's 0-2 today. Just gets a piece of the curveball, strike 1. And he pulls it deep but foul. Curves into the seats, strike 2. And he pulls it down the third base line past the diving attempt by T'Challa and into left field. It is a base hit. Throw comes back in quickly, holding him to a single. Big turn at first base. Just past the glove of Chadwick Boseman. So George Springer is up. Runner at first, 2 down. He is 0-2 today. He lined out, he grounded out. Inside, off the plate, ball 1. Low ball 2. Inside, ball 3. Okay, manager's office, bullpen. Paul Bettany, which is Vision, is going to warm up. And Paul Rudd, which is Ant-Man, is going to warm up. And we are going to have a mound visit to discuss. So, Sam Jackson's got a lot of confidence. It's displayed by that blue bar in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Energy's a little low, the green energy. I'm leaving him. It's 3-0. I'm not taking him out. I just wanted to give him a chance to kind of collect himself. So runner at first. 3-0 count. Does he have the green light? We'll never know. Well, actually, we'll know right now. He does have the green light. He pulls it foul. Count is 3-1. Gutsy. Ball 4 outside. Runners at first and second here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now back, the designated hitter.
They're doing the Baltimore chop in Atlanta. See in his hands. Corey Dickerson had a double in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. He's 3 for 6 for the season. Strike one in there. This may be the last batter he faces. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. Strike two. Grounds it. Oh no, he got stuck in his glove and the bases are loaded. Oh no, E1. Oh no. Paul DeJong is up. We're going to go to the bullpen with the bases loaded. We're going to bring in Ant-Man. That's all for Sam Jackson. Nick Fury. Go to shower, Nick. You pitched well, but not well enough. You're responsible for all three runners. Coming in is Ant-Man Paul Rudd. He's making his 5th appearance of the season. His record is 1-0 with a 9.82 earned run average. He has not done well so far. And fastball 96 on the radar gun. Strike one. Nowhere to put him. Fouls him off. In on his hands. Counters quickly. No balls and 2 strikes on DeJong. Oh, and he hits it high and deep in the gap. And it is going to fall for an extra base hit. It's going to be a 3-run double for Paul DeJong. And the score is 5-1 Atlanta here in the bottom of the 6th. That's his 6th double of the season. Big hit for Paul DeJong. Boom. Oh, no. I got work to do. All right. Martin Maldonado. Good job, Ant-Man. Came up small. And the side is retired, but not before. That 3-run double made it a 4-run lead for the Atlanta Braves, and at the end of 6 innings of play, it's Atlanta 5-1. All right, top of the 7th. Pitching change for the Braves. Robert Stock steps in off the bullpens. 6th appearance, he's 1-0 with a 4.05 earned run average. He gets to face Robert Downey Jr. here in the top of the 7th.
Leading for the Avengers, the first baseman, number 12.
Pitches low, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Counts 2-0.
2 balls, no
Bullpen
strikes.
is active for the Braves. They have a left-hander warming up in the bullpen. And he grounds it foul. Count is 2-1 on RDJ. Grounds it foul. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Iron Man. Down and in. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here with nobody out. Comes the payoff pitch. And he just gets a piece to stay alive. And we'll do it over again. Fouls off the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Outside, ball 4, and the leadoff man here in the top of the 7th reaches first. It's a walk to Tony Stark.
Now batting, number 63.
Idris Elba walked in the 4th. He's 0 for 1. Tony leads off first. In there, strike 1. Line drive right at Paul DeJong at 2nd, and he has 1 down here in the 7th. That's not Paul DeJong.
The batter,
That's Altuve.
number 32.
Check that. Vin Diesel's 0 for 2. Steps up with one down here in the 7th. And he hits it high and deep. It is caught at the fence. He reaches up. Could have been a 2-run homer, just inches from a 2-run homer to make it 5-3, but instead it is out number 2. Dave Batista's up with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Drax the Destroyer. And he fouls off the changeup, strike 1. Outside ball 1, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. The Braves have a 4-run lead here in the 7th inning. Line drive to center. Charging in is George Springer to make the catch to retire the side. So, 7th inning stretch time. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. The Braves have a 4-run lead. Oh, God. So, Minnie Minoso's 0 for 3. Paul Rudd is still in there for a 2nd inning work. Why not? They're already still losing. Line drive caught by Dave Batista in right field for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Next up is Mookie Betts. He's 2 for 3. He has 2 singles today. Swinging and missing. Change up. Strike 1. Curveball's in there for strike 2. And he pops it up in the infield. Tony is there. Robert Downey Jr. makes the catch in foul territory for the 2nd out. Next up, George Brett. 1 for 3 today with a 2-run double. Fouls off the 2-seamer for strike 1. Inside, off the plate. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. George doesn't like how close that was. He got a little bit to say to Ant-Man. And he skies it to left. Batista almost misplays it, but makes the catch to retire the side. So at the end of 7 innings of play, it's still a 4-run lead for the Braves. They're leading 5-1. Gotta get our hitting shoes on. Let's go. Let's go.
Your attention, please.
Out of the bullpen for the Braves, Juris Familia, making his 5th start of the season. He has not pitched well. He's given up, I think, 5 runs in 2 innings. Anyway, Don Cheadle is 0 for 1. He did walk in the 3rd. Leads off here in the top of the 8th.
The center fielder, number 10.
Low ball 1.
1 ball.
Terrible attendance here at Truist Stadium, 18,000. Line drive towards the gap, and it falls for a base hit. He makes the turn. He's racing to second. Will he make it? Yes, he will. So, Don Cheadle, War Machine, leads off the top of the 8th with his 3rd double of the season. And they have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Just goes with it. Never hesitates. Makes the turn and just fires on to second. So next up, the leadoff man, Tom Holland, Spider-Man. Bullpen is busy for the Braves. And he pulls the slider foul for strike 1. Tom Holland's 0 for 3 today. And he jams him, but it will find the seats for strike 2. Off the plate, he does not advance. He stays put at second. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Holland. Line drive over the outstretched jump. Runner at second had to hold up. He wasn't sure if it would be caught on the fly by Altuve. Here's the line drive past the dive by Altuve. He just misses it, so it's a single. Runners at 1st and 3rd for Anthony Mackie, Falcon, with nobody out here in the 8th. Outside, ball 1. Mackie's 0 for 2. He's 1 for 6 in the series. He is not the tying run. So, we need one more runner to get on for the tying run to come to the plate. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Mackie. Things are starting to get interesting here in the top of the 8th. And he fouls it off, 4 strike 1. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on the Falcon. It's a deep drive. I think Minoso has it. It's going to be a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Anthony Mackie, and the score is now 5-2. Tom Holland remains at first base, does not advance. So it's a 3-run ball game with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Chadwick Boseman he has a walk, he's got a stolen base, he scored a run, but officially he's 0 for 2. Steps in with 1 down. Just gets a piece of the slider, strike 1. Backdoor slider, count is 0-2 on Chadwick. Outside, count is 1-2. Tom Holland leads off first. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Boseman. And he just gets a piece to stay alive. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Black Panther. It's a line drive. Oh, he had to hold up, but it is a single to right. And we have runners at first and second with 1 out. And now the tying run will come to the plate. It's an 11-game hitting streak for T'Challa. But again, more importantly, with this single, the tying run comes to the plate.
Ladies and gentlemen,
relief pitcher Joe Smith comes in. He's only pitched in 1 other game. He's pitched a scoreless inning. This is his 2nd appearance out of the bullpen. And he faces the Hulk with an RBI single. And he pulls it foul, high and deep, but it curves foul for strike 1. Ruffalo steps in. Runners lead off first and second. And he pulls it foul, and just like that, the count is 0-2. He did not swing. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ruffalo. And he's a little late on the slider. Count is 2-2. No, I'm sorry. Check that. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Now it's 2-2. Pitch is low. Swing and a miss, and there are 2 down. He chases the slider out of the strike zone for Joe Smith's first strikeout.
Now batting.
Sidearm, Submariner delivery. Fooled him, thought it was a strike. Robert Downey Jr. is the tying run. Steps in. And it's a line drive, but right at Fred McGriff, and they lead 2 runners on. So at the end of 7.5, halfway through the 8th, it's a 3-run ball game. Atlanta is leading 5-2. Bottom of the 8th, Fred McGriff is up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Lazy fly ball to center. War Machine is there. Don Cheadle makes the catch. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now back, second baseman.
Low, but called a strike on Altuve. Line drive, base hit to center for Altuve. He is 1 for 3. And with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, the Atlanta Braves have a base
Center
hit.
fielder, number 4, George Springer.
George Springer's up. Strike 1. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. High and deep to left. Elba is there. Makes the catch for the second out. Runner returns to first. There's 2 downs here in the 8th.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Corey Dickerson will face
Corey.
Paul Bettany of the Vision.
Your attention, please. Now pitching, number 34.
Paul Bettany has appeared in 5 games. He has no record. His ERA is 1.59 on the season. In there for strike 1, 100 miles an hour on the radar gun. Fouls it off for strike 2. Count remains 0-2 on Corey Dickerson. Runner leads off first. Strike 3, inside corner, side retired. So last licks for the Avengers. We go to the top of the 9th. They're down by 3. Can they tie the ball game? Time to see. Josh Hader, making his 7th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 0-1. He has blown a save, but he has 3 of them. His ERA is 7.20. He faces Idris Elba to lead off the top of the 9th.
For the Avengers, the left fielder, number 63.
Outside ball 1. Ball 2. Base hit through the right side. I'm sorry, through the left side. And there is a leadoff single here in the top of the 9th.
Now batting, number 32.
It's a 9-game hitting streak for Vin Diesel is up. Nobody out. Runner at first. Inside off the plate. Ball 1. He's 0 for 3 today. Calls a strike. High strike, but it is a strike. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike on Vin Diesel.
Nope, that's a ball.
2-1 outside. Inside corner, count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he pulls it. Straight goes foul. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Idris Elba leads off first. And he's late on the 2-seam fastball. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count is 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Will the runner be in motion? I highly doubt it. Full count. Here's the pitch. And it's towards the gap, but right there is Minoso. He catches the line drive, and there's 1 down here in the 9th. Next up is Dave Bautista. He's 0 for 3. Inside ball 1. Outside ball 2. Ball 3. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I'm not swinging. Inside corner, 98 on the radar gun. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 9th. Ground ball, base hit up the middle, and there's runners at first and second. No, he's going to go all the way to third. Here's the throw to third from Springer. It is not in time. So, runners at first and third with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And the tying run will come to the plate. Don Cheadle, War Machines, 1 for 2. And he fouls it off. Strike 1. Inside, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hits a high, deep drive to center, but not far enough. It'll be a sacrifice fly by Don Cheadle, and the score will be 5-3 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. They're down to their final out. So the tying run will come to the plate. Tom Holland is 1 for 4. So with 1 swing of the bat, the game can be tied, but he represents the final out. Colin Poche takes over in relief. This is his 7th appearance. His record is 1-0 with a 2.70. He's here for the save to get the final out. They decided to take the ball out of Josh Hader's hands. Let's see if it'll come back to haunt them. So, Tom Holland is up. Spider-Man himself. So, out in front of the split finger fastball for strike 1. And very quickly, strike 2, he's down to their final strike. Ball 1, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Holland. And he skies it to center field. Right there is Springer. He makes the catch. And the side is retired. The ball game is over. The Atlanta Braves win 5-3. They've won the first 2 games of this 3-game set in Atlanta, Georgia. And if they win tomorrow's game, they'll have swept the Avengers 3 straight here in this early season matchup. The Hollywood Avengers is 7-5. 7-5. Again, it's early. Can't win every game in a 162-game schedule. So, sometimes you got to lose. So let's do this the right way. Let's go through the scoreboard. So Atlanta, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Hollywood Avengers, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Babe Ruth gets the win. Sam Jackson, Nick Fury gets the loss. Colin Poche gets 1 out for the save. And the player of the game is Babe Ruth, who, although he walked 4 batters, he still pitched 6 shutout innings. I'm sorry, check that. 6 innings, 1 run, and 5 hits. Kept them under control. So this has been a broadcast of Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please, I wouldn't like this video because, let's face it, it's a loss. Who likes a loss? But please subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. And have yourself a great night. Thanks so much.